Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Frontier Patriot. I'm Ron Rayfield, and this is my lovely co-host, Justine Dorn. We're here with some delicious butters.
But there was no cow involved in these butters.
They're dairy-free butters.
Yeah, this is apple butter, and this is pumpkin butter. Now, we made the pumpkin butter earlier today on our main channel, Early Americans, so head on over there if you want to see how we made pumpkin butter over an open fire. And we're just going to sit here, chat with you all about many things, and eat both apple and pumpkin butter and see which one do we like more.
Yeah, which one do you guys like more? Do you like apple butter more or pumpkin butter more? Have you ever even heard of pumpkin butter?
Right.
Have you even heard of apple butter?
And stay tuned. In the middle of the video, we're going to have our annual pumpkin carving contest between Ron and Justine Beanie. So let's do it. Let's get into it.
Let's get into this. So which one do we want to try first? The one we made? Sure.
So some history about pumpkin butter and apple butter. Now, pumpkins are actually native to the Americas. So pumpkin butter wasn't much of a concept anywhere in the world until Western exploration. Let me put it that way. However, apple butter has been around since medieval times, since the Middle Ages. It was actually first put together in Germany by monks at monasteries. And you know what's so weird though? Because I lived in Germany for 8 years, and I can honestly say that the culture that we as Americans have when it comes to apple butter does not even compare to how it is in Europe.
Really?
We are obsessed with apple butter here in the United States. I mean, the entire time while I lived in Germany, I didn't even hear about apple butter. Now, apple cake, oh yeah, that's really good over there. But apple butter, but then as soon as you come off the plane in the United States, I swear there's like someone waiting there for you, and they're like, here you go, apple butter. Yeah, you want to go to the apple butter festival? We are obsessed with apple butter in this country.
It's good. Personally, I like it more than applesauce. It's just richer in taste. Now, my dad, Ron Rayfield Jr., I'm the third, by the way, he will eat it just like applesauce.
Yeah, he will literally just sit here and eat it.
Yep. I don't blame him. It's good stuff.
If he's watching this, he knows what we're talking about.
Now, I did read that the apple butter came to America in about the mid-1800s with Dutch immigrants.
Now, I read...
What'd you read?
I read that apple butter came around with the Pennsylvania Dutch pre-American Revolution.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, well, I was just going off the recipe that I found.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like 1839 was the earliest one that I could find. But that's neat. I'm sure they've been stewing. I mean, you're basically just cooking down the fruit.
Mm-hmm. Pre-American Revolution.
Well, that's really neat.
Now, pumpkin butter is a little bit more difficult to trace. I have found several early 1800 recipes for pumpkin butter that were published in the United States, however. But I don't think anyone's really 100% sure when pumpkin butter really started to come on the scene. But it's a very old dish. It was already very popular by the mid-1800s. So that just tells me that it had been around for decades earlier than that, because it's not like you just wake up one morning, boom, it's 1840, and it's already, oh, it's so popular, it's everywhere. You know, someone ran through the village with a bell yesterday morning talking about it. It had probably been around on the block for at least 10, 20 years by that point, if it was already that popular.
It's got a beautiful golden color.
It does have, it almost looks like pear.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. The consistency is just like apple butter. It's still a bit warm, because we had it on the fire, as you could see. But this is good.
It is very good.
Personally, I'd like a little bit more cinnamon. I'm a cinnamon guy.
Okay. Your critique.
This is, I would give this, shoot, I don't know. It just tastes like you just open up a jar of pumpkin butter from the Amish store, because they sell that kind of stuff there.
That's true. Pumpkin butter also is a very uniquely American thing. I mean, I've never seen anywhere else in the world have pumpkin butter everywhere like we do in the Midwest, for sure, at least.
We love our butter here.
We like butter.
It's a little warmer here today. The flies are out. It's almost 80 degrees, which is hard to believe. It's dark and gloomy. You don't normally get 80-degree days at the end of October.
I know. It feels great, though. Okay, so After trying this, we're gonna try apple butter, see which one we like more. It's a little bit silly because both of us have had these at least 55 times in our life.
But never back to back.
But never back to back, that's true. I'm just gonna put mine on my apple butter on the opposite end. Ron just went full on.
I'm hungry.
Like he just put it all over that piece of bread. That means he has to eat a whole nother piece of bread. But I'm more rationing it out.
Look at the color difference between them.
That is a very good point. Look at this deep purplish red brown color of the apple butter and then this golden honey-like color of the pumpkin butter.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Oh yes, I do love some apple butter. I might be more of an apple butter guy than I am a pumpkin butter guy.
I am also more of an apple butter person.
Like I'll eat the pumpkin butter, it's good, but you just can't beat apple butter.
Yeah. Some people out there just hate pumpkins.
Yes, I don't understand it.
I don't understand it.
It's like the most un-American thing you can say. I don't like that. I don't like pumpkin pie. It's nasty. What?
Get out of here!
My uncle is that way. I couldn't believe it.
I know. He said he hates pumpkins. I just think he didn't eat anything good with pumpkins in it. I love both of these, but I do like apple more just because apples are
the apple is
really
brighter.
Good.
It has a brighter taste.
I agree.
I could eat that whole bowl.
I know your dad could. Yeah, that's very good.
So over the weekend, been a crazy busy weekend. We filmed more on the drama video, which is coming later this week, as we promised you last week.
Friday.
We're super excited about putting it out. It's got some good content in it. Let's put it that way. I had a good time doing it.
Cheap entertainment at its finest.
Yes.
B-rated movie.
But
$5
also,
budget.
We met some really great fans over the weekend. Scott and Jill, who came up from Florida. We had lunch with them. They were great. I don't know anything else to say about them other than they're the type of people that help you make your dreams come true.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And I'll leave it at that.
And speaking of which, look at what they gave us. Chocolate crocodiles. I don't know if you guys can tell.
They are from down in Florida, and they brought us a little gift basket with
Florida things.
Floridian gifts, and these are chocolate gators. They look
gators.
They look like turds on the plate right there, but
yeah, they kind of look like turds, but they're
alligators.
not. They're shaped like alligators. I love them.
We also made a little road trip over to Fort Massac for their fall rendezvous. Over there, we met a really nice gentleman who watches our show named Ron, coincidentally. His name is Ron as well. Yes. And he gifted us his tent.
That was absolutely incredible. Thank you, Ron, for
That's a
that.
big tent.
Yeah, we are obsessed with this new tent. We only own one tent.
And it's a small soldier's tent. It's for one guy. But this one here is almost double the size, so it'd be more comfortable for us to stay. We can stand up. We can stay the night now, and we can be comfortable in there. When we go in there, we can actually stand up. Right now, I have to hunch over like Quasimodo inside mine. Now, for those of you out there that don't know what the heck we're talking about, tent? What are you guys, homeless or something? We are reenactors, so that means that we go to all these reenactments around the U.S., and sometimes we spend the night, as reenactors do. And you spend the night in these period correct, or close to period correct tents. They're white canvas. Yeah. We volunteer to be homeless, basically, for the night. We pay big money to be homeless. The stuff's expensive. I know. So we were very grateful for him to pass that on to us as he is kind of getting out of it, if you will. And that's kind of how this works. You know, I've given things away to people that I don't need anymore. And so, as a reenacting community, instead of selling it to some random person, you try to find somebody who could use it. Right. And you let them use it, and then when they're done with it or they're getting out of it, they keep it going. They'll pass it on to somebody else who needs it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Fort Massac is in Illinois, about 2.5 hours from here. It's right on the Ohio River. Right. We spent all day up in there. It's our very first time ever going to this event, by the way. And shopping spree! We got some goodies. We bought some stuff. So we want to share, we want to show you guys like what we got. What did you get?
Oh, you want me to go first or you?
You can go first.
Okay.
So I can keep eating.
I got 3 things. I got 2 scarves. Pumpkin butter. You gonna have to move aside. So this is the first one. It's white and it has like a pink and blue design on it. Looks like raspberries and flowers and strawberries on it. And
I really like that one.
Yeah. Actually, Ron got this for me. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. Unfortunately, it's not in the shape of the neck cravat.
No, because then Ron would wear it.
Yes. So what I'm wearing is made the same way, but it's skinny and long. This is a square, so it can be a kerchief. She can fold it in half and use it as a shawl.
Exactly.
Or a head tie, whatever she wants. It'd be kind of hard to tie around my neck like I do right now, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I like block print.
Yeah, it is block print. So the way that you would wear this, it's a fichu.
That's the word I was looking for.
Which is the word for a woman's scarf from the 18th and 19th centuries that you would tuck into your top or your dress. Now, I can't really do it with what I'm wearing, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Because you're wearing a Spencer today.
Yeah, it won't fit. But, yeah, so I just tuck it in there.
Yep. You can leave the point down, or you can tuck it,
tuck it in.
Up and around your neck.
Right? Or you could wear it around your hair. I mean, there's so many different ways.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You got 2 of them, didn't you?
I did. So this is the first one I got, and Ron kindly got it for me. And then the second one that I got is I got a yellow one. I don't have any yellow anything, really. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's so pretty.
It's got leaves on it, doesn't it? Yeah, those are leaves.
Yeah, you could say they're leaves. It's yellow with green leaves with a red pretty pattern around it. This is also block print.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What else did you get?
Okay, so I got one thing else. It is a hat pin.
A hat pin.
A hat pin, also known as a weapon. So it's a cross made out of glass, but it looks to me like a pickle. So it's kind of like this glass cross pickle, and as soon as I saw it, I just fell in love with it, and it was only $6, so I had to have it.
Now, what's a hat pin used for back then?
Okay, so a hat pin, besides using it for self-defense, because I'm dead serious, women did use these for self-defense. You'd pull it out of your hat, and if something happened. But if you have a hat on, and it's a really windy day, your hat might have a tendency to flop up and want to fly off of your head. I mean, that's a promise that women have faced for thousands of years and will continue to face. Behold, hat pin. So what you do is you just, if you have a bun of hair up here, you stick it through the hat, through your hair bun, and it holds the hat securely against your hair. So if you bend over or the wind comes up, your hat will not fly off your face or head, which is awfully embarrassing.
It keeps you from having to do those funny looking straps, and it does this to your chin.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like a little kid with your hat tied on.
You don't have to have your hat tied down underneath your chin because your hat is tied on with a hat pin.
It's more sophisticated.
Yes, and there's many different designs of hat pins. I mean, some of them are just incredibly simple. There's only one little bead at the end, and the others are super ornate. Some of them have flowers and feathers on them. This is glass, and I just really like it. It looks like a pickle.
Looks more like a cactus to me, but...
A cactus?
Yeah.
I like your creativity. Okay. Yeah.
But I can see the pickle, too.
Yeah, so I got this for just $6. I couldn't say no to that. Now, what did Ron get?
I got some novelty things.
I'll pass it on to you, and you can explain what you got.
I got me one of these. I've been wanting one of these for a long time. Now this is a real one. You can see far away.
It's probably really blurry in here.
And here it is, yes. But it's all metal. It's brass.
It's got leather. We kind of went crazy with the shopping spree. I mean, usually we just get one thing or whatever, but...
There was lots of neat things there to get, and I've been wanting one of these for a long time, like I said. What else did I get? Oh, I got myself a nice compass.
We got ourselves a compass.
Got myself a real nice compass. This thing was just under $100.
Oh my gosh!
It's also a sundial.
I got myself a hat pin for $6.
Well, all the other times she spends big money on stuff.
Okay, true.
I've been saving my pennies. But yeah, this has, you know, all the directions that are possible. Not just north, south, east, west. You know, it's all
Hold it up so they can see it.
All the in-between are on here. I don't know what you call them.
And this is a fold-out sundial.
Yeah.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
So they have some really nice vendors over there with some really nice stuff that you don't see at other places. Fort Massac was originally built in the 1750s, I believe, and it was in use during the French and Indian War, and then it was left and abandoned, and then it was rebuilt at the end of the 18th century in the 1790s, and then during the War of 1812 it was used, and then after that it was abandoned again. So.
But every year they have a huge reenactment.
Yeah.
Over there.
You see all sorts of.
Well, it's more of a rendezvous than a reenactment.
Right. They do have a small mock battle demonstration that they put up. We left before that happened, unfortunately. I was actually asked to man one of the cannons with a guy that's in one of our local groups here. He also has a cannon, and he's in another group. And they were short a person, but we were leaving about 2 hours ahead of, before that, so I didn't get to do that. So maybe next time, because that'd be really cool to touch one of them things off.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I got, wasn't it?
Nope.
Oh, I got one more thing.
He is obsessed with this. This bottle.
I don't know why. We went inside this redware vendor's tent, and they had all kinds of beautiful redware and the blue and white stuff. I really love the blue and white stuff. But this little dude right here...
They made it all themselves, too.
...was just really speaking to me. I don't know why. It's just, you know...
He was obsessed with this little thing. I remember you went up there and you were haggling with him for it.
Yes, unfortunately there is a crack. There's 2 cracks on the bottom of it here. It does not leak. But he had $30 on it. I said, hey... I'm not going to set this thing on a shelf. I'm going to use this thing. Would you come down a little bit since it's got a crack in it just in case it were to leak? And so he said, sure. So he came down to $25 and I said, all right, you got yourself a deal.
He was obsessed with this bottle.
I just thought it was so stinking cute. How to get it. What do you guys think? You think it's cute?
Is it stinking cute? Or is it just cute? Let us know.
Well, I think it's about time for some pumpkin carving. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Who do you guys think is going to win this year? Ron or Justine? Now, who won last year? Let's remind the world.
Justine won.
But you did win the Easter egg painting competition.
I did win the Easter egg painting competition.
That's right. So we are basically tied right now.
Yes.
As far as the annual holiday competitions go. So let's see, what are we going to do this year?
This year we got some very odd looking squash pumpkins.
Yeah, squashes. So we just went to the local Mennonite market, which is where we get most of our groceries from anyway, and we picked out these very random, completely different looking squashes, and they were speaking to me. I was inspired.
This is going to be difficult. They're not uniform shape, as you can see.
So, looking at this, what would you guys at home do with this? How would you carve this beauty right here? And then how would you do this one? This is Ron's. How would you carve this one? Well, you know, I've never actually done this in practice before. I just have an idea in my head of what I want it to look like. And I don't have some of the supplies that I need in order to do it. So, you know what? Let the chaos begin.
Shall we?
Yes. Ding! Who's gonna win? Okay, let's see.
I'm not sure how to go about this, to be honest with you. I thought I had an idea, but I just don't.
I'm gonna try my best.
Do I make a face like this, maybe?
Oh, would this knife be better?
Let's see here.
Please keep me in your prayers. And Ron has no idea what I'm about to do, and I have no idea what Ron's about to do.
Ron has no idea what he's about to do.
I can relate with that. I don't know what in the world I'm about to do either. I carved an eye.
I'm just gonna do something.
Okay.
I don't know what. This thing is green on the inside.
Seriously?
From what it looks like anyways, it's green.
Wow, that's cool. This is really hard. It's definitely harder than a regular jack-o'-lantern type pumpkin. So it's going to be a little bit hard to carve, but I will try my best without cutting myself.
Like pulling the sword out of stone.
I know, right? Mine is neon orange inside.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah. It's like a carrot. It's really hard like a carrot.
Mine's hard as a rock.
They're very beautiful, but they're not the best for carving pumpkins. I can see why people usually just do the jack-o'-lantern variety. But I just couldn't resist.
Mine is orange. Look at that.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
And I cut out a heart because I love you.
Oh, I love you too. I'm sure that was intentional. No, you just threw away my heart.
I knew this one was going to be difficult because it's to carve because it's so heavy.
Oh, that's true. It is really heavy.
It's very dense.
Yeah. The contrast between that green and that yellow orange is stunningly beautiful, though. Mm-hmm. All these amazing things that you can find in nature. I mean, they're more pretty than man-made things.
Yeah.
Die!
Looks great.
Thanks. I'm getting somewhere. I think. The mouth is going to be hard because it's going to be big, and carving all that out in this stone is going to be difficult.
This is what I'm going for. I got some very sad, weird-looking eyes, and then like a droopy nose.
Right. Oh, that's kind of like what I did last year, where I turned the pumpkin.
I'm not stealing your last year's idea.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't trademark it or anything, so anyone can do. And plus, I'm definitely not the first one to do that.
What if I just leave it like this with the knife in it?
I think I might have a chance of winning that.
Get out of there. It's quite the workout.
I know. I need to exercise my knife hand a little more.
Yeah, my stabbing ability.
Yeah, my stabbing hand. I'm a little rusty on my stabbing abilities.
Let me see. Oh, that looks great.
Thanks.
Must be nice to have an easy to carve pumpkin.
I don't know. This ain't that easy. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little different. Whoa, I'm gonna go a little different with this. I got a needle. I have some straw. And I have a lot of scrap fabric that I hemmed off of a dress.
This is like cheating.
How is it
This is
cheating?
gonna be too fancy.
You could have stepped up your game, Ron. You chose not to step up that game.
Oh my gosh.
That is all on you. But here's the problem. I feel like in order to do this, I need glue. I need super glue. I don't have any glue, so I'm really not sure how I'm going to go about this.
Where's it going?
I'm not telling you.
Well, I can help you. Where's your headband going?
No.
Okay. I offered.
This is between me, myself, and I. So I'm taking the needle and I'm making a bunch of holes up here.
Just come out. Look how pretty that is. So this is more yellow.
Wow.
And yours is really orange.
Yeah,
like super orange.
Compare the two. You can see the difference.
Beautiful.
That is very beautiful. Looks like you're carving them up to eat it.
I might be.
Ron, you can't eat it. It's for decor.
Just wait. I can't tell you what I'm doing.
Okay. Always thinking about food.
Is it too late to change direction on this yet? Perhaps. Okay. I'm trying to get to where I can punch the mouth through, so I had to cut off the back.
Ah.
Because it just won't come out.
Boy, that looks hard and dry in there.
It's so dense.
Yeah, that looks really hard to do.
It is.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, and I hope this works. I'm gonna give this guy some hair. So I'm gonna try to put straw in here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make this work because the holes have to be pretty big. I'm just gonna stuff the straw into these holes that I made with this needle.
This is not a good pumpkin for carving. I cannot get this mouth out.
You can do it, Ron.
I don't know.
You can do it.
I have my doubts.
Do not try. There is only do.
There it is.
There you go.
This is a very dry, hard pumpkin, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what this breed is called, or species, type, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it's not wet at all. It's very dry. It's hard like a mango.
Oh, like an unripe mango, you mean?
Yeah, an unripe mango. Finally got his mouth out.
Cool.
Now onto the eyes.
The colors are gorgeous on it.
Yes, I agree.
It's hard finding straw that isn't really frayed, that I can actually put in there. It's almost like frayed string for sewing. You know that you can't really get through the eye of a needle. That's what it's like right now. So I'm just looking through all this straw, trying to pick out the pieces that have a intact end that I can actually put in these holes I made.
This poor table.
I know.
This thing is just so thick. looks like Rambo.
Yep, it looks like Rambo. I didn't intentionally go for that, but this is the only color scrap fabric I had. So now it looks like Rambo.
Going for the patriotic vote this year, are you?
Yeah, I suppose. You know, Rambo is pretty patriotic.
Oh, yeah.
He kicked some butt
Yeah, fight the
for his
commies.
country. Well, if this was a speed race, I would have won.
Yes.
Because I'm basically already done. I might want to give him a couple more holes, honestly, for his hair. He's looking a little skimpy. He's looking like he needs some more hair.
I'm really struggling over here, guys. Don't judge.
I'm not judging. You guys are gonna judge. That's right. Who has the better pumpkin? Ron or Justini Beanie? Let us know. Not only in the comment section, but also we're gonna put a poll up on the community tab after this video goes out, and the poll will be up for a couple of days, and then we'll close it, and then the next chat next week we will reveal the results of the poll. Now, what's gonna happen to the loser?
I don't know. We'll let you guys decide.
Oh, yeah. Not ice cream, though, because we only do one ice cream video a year.
Yes, it's too hard.
so it cannot be ice cream. So you guys come up with the punishment. You can also write that in the comment section. And make it bad.
I don't like carving this pumpkin.
It's very beautiful.
Beautiful, but it's very hard to carve.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, in its natural state, it's a work of art. Why do you got these corn cobs here?
I don't know. I grabbed them because I thought they looked cool, and I don't know what to do with them yet.
You should have given him ears or something.
I'm not finished yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on it.
Okay. I'll just sit back and relax and read a book or take a nap.
You can probably stuff more hair up under your headband.
Yeah, I can. I need glue though, that's the problem. Like all of this, it's really frayed. So I need to glue it. But I guess I could have the headband itself kind of hold on to it. Let's see if that'll work.
I think it'll work.
Okay. It might. This looks promising. Now he's got some serious hair. Thanks for the idea, Ron.
You're welcome.
Go soft on Ron because he helped me.
You can credit me for your win.
Yeah, I might not win. You might win.
I doubt that. I am failing miserably over here.
No. Oh, you're giving it teeth? That's pretty cool. I see what you're doing. Let's see, stuff more hair on this side so we ain't lopsided.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's kind of how I am at any given moment in my life, so it's okay. Ah!
I give up.
Ah!
I forfeit. I can't do it this year. This pumpkin is way too hard.
Oh no!
And there's too much going on in my life to focus on this.
There's too much Oh, here come the excuses. There's too much going on in my life. I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Actually, I didn't. House bill, not enough sleep. Video, school photos, more school photos.
Oh my gosh,
weddings.
okay. And
this is what I'm going with. Have mercy.
the moment you said that, all my hair just kind of like flew up in the air. So, I have to redo it. Which means you're actually done before I am.
There. Now he's done. How about that?
Oh, Ron!
Don't smoke, it's bad
That's
for you.
actually really cool. Okay, Ron's has a positive message. Mine doesn't have a positive message.
This is what you look like if you smoke for too long.
Don't do drugs. I guess my only message is make sure you brush your teeth or else you will end up looking like this gentleman.
I guess I ain't done. I can try to do something here. Let's see. Let's make him look pretty.
But I really like how you put the cigar or whatever it is in his mouth. That kind of made it come through in the end. Come on, hair, stay. Wow.
Alright. Smallpox pumpkin.
What?
Just smallpox. Sorry, bud.
Smallpox pumpkin.
Yours looks really cool. I think he needs a cigar, though.
Oh. You're right. He looks like a really chill fellow, doesn't he?
There we go.
Like someone you'd meet down by the pier, by the beach. Yeah, man. Okay. So you have smallpox pumpkin, and I just have cool, chill guy, hangs out by the beach pumpkin.
So cast your votes away.
Yeah.
Well, should we return to the Chew Chat?
Yeah.
Let's go back inside, guys. All right, we're back in here. We got smallpox pumpkin, and we got
Smallpox pumpkin.
Smallpox pumpkin and Rambo.
Yeah,
right?
we got Rambo pumpkin.
With a cigar.
I am running for this year's pumpkin carving winner, 2023. You should vote for me because I am small and I don't eat a lot, and I...
What does that have to do with winning the pumpkin competition?
And I like long walks on the beach, and I really like music. So vote for me!
You don't even like the beach.
Okay, Ron.
You get sunburned.
That's true, I don't like the beach. Well, why should they vote for you?
Because it was super hard to carve that thing.
That is fair. That is fair.
Those green pumpkins are so dense, and they're like dry. It's like trying to cut an unripe mango.
Or a tree, like wood.
Yeah,
you know?
sure, a tree. And it is period correct. It has smallpox, so I think it should win.
You mean Rambo isn't period correct? It's
Not
period correct for a certain time in the 80s.
1980s.
Yeah, the 1980s.
Anyways, you guys decide.
We're gonna put up a community post today after this video goes out, and you all can vote on who you want the winner to be. We'll leave the poll up for a couple days, and then next Chew Chat next week we will share with you guys who won.
You know what else I want to share? I want to share...
Here, I'll share this.
Not right now.
Okay.
I want to share some spooky facts about vampires here in America.
American vampires.
American vampires. Vampires are... Okay, vampires are not real. Let's just put that on the table.
Oh man, you just shattered my world, my reality.
The stories have been around for 1,000 years, all right? But here in America, it really heats up in the late 18th century in the 1780s up in New England, and it doesn't end until almost 1900.
Now, they say that the real vampire capital of the United States is actually not New Orleans, like everyone thinks.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island.
When I hear Rhode Island, I do not think of vampires.
I don't either. So, back in the day, tuberculosis was really bad. It's a slow, painful death because you cough up blood, so you got bloody mouth.
Yeah.
You're pale, your eyes are sunken in, and you're not yourself.
It's a bacterial infection that spreads very easily. It's spread through coughing. So when you cough, the bacteria comes out of your mouth.
Right.
And because of that, it means that family members or people that live within the same household as you are extremely likely to get it, and it has a very high mortality rate.
Yeah, like 66%.
Yeah, and even today in modern times, if you catch tuberculosis and you don't receive modern treatment, you have a 66% chance of dying.
Yeah, that's
so
pretty
imagine
bad.
what it was like back then.
Whew, I couldn't. But anyways, so people thought that vampires would attack their own family members and kill them slowly by sucking their blood. So the people who were dead, they thought they were coming back in the middle of the night and doing this to their family members.
Right.
Very strange, I know. But also so was the whole witch trial thing 150 years, 200 years before that.
Right.
You think they would have learned their lesson. But no. They dug up over 100 graves. Hang on there.
Oh, Alfred! You're getting a little too angry and emotional there, Ron.
Just stay. Sure.
Okay.
They've dug up over 100 graves, and there were people in these villages saying that, oh, I seen so-and-so, walking around last night, but so-and-so was dead. They would go dig you up, and they would burn your body. There's this one account, and it was in the 1890s. Yes, 1890s.
That's really, really late.
When there's even electricity.
For this kind of stuff.
Electricity exists.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A very primitive automobile exists.
Yeah, the 1890s.
Yeah, 1892, up in Connecticut. There is a farmer, we'll say his name is Mr. Brown. He has a wife and daughter who both died of tuberculosis, and he has a son who is currently sick with it. Now, they don't know it's tuberculosis. They think that the other family member that died previously is coming back and getting them sick. It sounds ridiculous, I know. So they go and they dig up both the wife and the dead daughter. Now, the wife died first, and then the daughter died a couple of weeks later. This is the dead of winter, and they don't realize that in the cold temperatures, you're not going to decompose as much as you would if it was summertime. So they dig up both the wife and the daughter. The wife is already decomposing, like you normally would see them decompose.
Right.
But the daughter is still very fresh and juicy and full of blood.
Ew.
So they take that as a sign as if she's not dead. So what do? They cut her heart out and they burn it.
Oh
and
my gosh.
Once again, this is in 1890 in Connecticut.
Oh
I'm sorry.
God. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yes, it's very crazy. You think we would have learned our lesson during the Salem witch trials earlier, but apparently they haven't. That whole area is just very superstitious, and I don't know why.
And what's the craziest part? What happened? Didn't they force feed the ashes?
Oh yeah.
Of the burned
The story
heart?
goes on. They burn her heart, and then they mix the ashes into water, we'll say water, and they give it to his son who is sick with it, thinking it will cure him. And what happens to him? He dies.
He dies.
What are these people thinking?
I don't know. And you know what's crazy? There's really no excuse for this kind of behavior. Not only because of what Ron said, but nowhere in the Christian Bible does it say to do this.
No.
This is just absolutely bizarre, pagan, almost verging on witchcraft kind of behavior.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, so there really is no excuse for them to have been acting this way. It was very primitive of them to think like this, to think that you would burn the heart of a child who was dead for a month, and then feed the ashes to a sick boy, and that would cure him of tuberculosis.
But this went on for 100 years, from the 1780s all the way up till 1890, so wow. I don't know how to fathom that. So that's what they thought were vampires. They thought vampires were the undead coming back at night and getting your family members sick. It wasn't sexualized and anti-hero or whatever until the 1900s, whenever Dracula came out.
Yeah.
Then it became sexy to be a vampire.
Yeah, but before then it was just gross to be a vampire.
Corpse.
You were like a zombie walking around with no mind, just making people have these mysterious symptoms, and you were a member of the undead, damned basically, and so they were doing you a service by burning your heart so that you could go to heaven, but also so that you could stop terrorizing the town.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Definitely not sexy.
No.
No.
Well, hey, let's get into this week in history, because we have some cool ones to talk about this week.
This week in history! Go!
Rhode Island. All right, for October 24th, I have, in 1861, the first transcontinental telegram is sent from San Francisco to Washington, D.C. So all the way across America, the first telegram is sent in 1861.
That's pretty early. That's really neat.
That's earlier than I thought. I thought it would have been maybe the 70s or 80s, but in 1861, West Virginia cedes from Virginia, and they don't become a state until 1863. They were for the Union, and Virginia was for the Confederacy. That's why they split sides.
And still to this day, they're split. They never got back together, even after the Civil War.
Nope.
So that's why we have West Virginia, country roads take me home, and then we have regular Virginia because of something that happened during the Civil War.
Yes. Moving on, we've got October 25th. We want to wish a happy anniversary to the future second President John Adams and First Lady Abigail Adams. They were married on October 25th in 1764 in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Their marriage lasted for 54 years.
Okay,
So
very nice.
That's a good long time.
That is.
Next up, we've got October 27th. We're going to wish a happy birthday to Theodore Roosevelt, American colonel, politician, and our 26th President of the United States of America, and the Nobel Peace Prize winner, and the guy who got the Panama Canal done.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday to Theodore Roosevelt.
Yes. Also, we want to wish Theodore Roosevelt and Mrs. Roosevelt, or her maiden name, Hathaway, a happy anniversary. They were married in 1880 on his 22nd birthday.
Married on his birthday. Yeah. That just makes it sound like he wanted the whole day to be all about him. Now, didn't it? Me.
Also happening on October 27th in 1795, the Picquenese Treaty, the Treaty of San Lorenzo, signed by Spain and U.S., establishing the southern boundary of the United States and giving Americans the right to navigate the Mississippi River. Now, Spain governed the colony of Louisiana, the whole Louisiana territory, for nearly 4 decades, from 1763 to 1803. So after the French and Indian War, or the 7 Years' War, as some people call it, France gave the Louisiana Territory to Spain. It becomes New Spain. And then, in the early 1800s, in 1803, it goes back to Napoleon for just a few days, and then he sells it to the United States for the Louisiana Purchase. So,
that's right. 3 flags went up in just a few days.
That's where you get the event called Three Flags Day. So it's actually been under 4 different flags, because the French flag was different the first time. It had the fleur-de-lis on it because was the King Louis flag.
The blue and gold flag.
Yeah, and then Napoleon's flag is the red, white, and blue stripes.
Right.
So the Spanish flag went up for 1 day, and then the French flag went up for 1 day, or the French Empire, I should say, and then the United States flag went up and it stayed up. So that's called the Three Flags Day. That's hard to say.
And it's up to this day.
Yes. Next up, I've got for October 28th. In 1790, New York gives up claims to Vermont for $30,000. Vermont becomes the 14th state later in March of 1791. So Vermont broke away from New York. They were the first one to break away from the Union, if you will, and become their own.
Vermont used to be part of New York.
Yeah.
You're just blowing my mind tonight. What? So Vermont used to be part of... New York must have been a very large... Was it a state back then?
Yeah.
Or a territory? Okay, so New York used to be apparently absolutely massive. And it also broke apart just like Virginia and West Virginia because of issues related to the Civil War. And still to this day... They haven't gone back together, and they probably never will.
Probably not.
And Vermont actually paid New York some money to make it possible for them to succeed and move away. A bribe, if you will.
That was sweeter than I expected.
Did you just eat like a huge spoonful of it?
I did. That was pure sweetness.
You're not ready to be your dad, Ron.
It was too much sweetness.
Your dad can handle it, but we cannot handle it. Would you like to wash it down with a chocolate gator?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's the only time you'll see me eat gator.
Oh, I love gator. You guys out there, have you tried gator? It is so good. It tastes like really lean pork mixed with chicken. Oh, it tastes like chicken. Everyone says that, right? But it is really, really good. It doesn't have a fishy taste to me at all. And they have it for sale in St. Louis everywhere, which is our nearest city, an hour away, because St. Louis is a French city.
Yep.
It was originally a French territory, so there's a lot of French-inspired foods there. Like, if you could find it in New Orleans, you could probably find it in St. Louis.
Oh, yeah. Creole cooking.
Right, yeah.
Well, a couple announcements before we get off here. Next week, our Chew and Chat and our cooking video on Early American are both going to come out on Tuesday, the 31st, on Halloween. So we won't be here on Wednesday. We'll be here the day before on Tuesday on Halloween.
That's true. So don't come on Wednesday thinking, where is everybody? What time is it? It's getting real late and dark and no one's here. It's because we want to put this out on Halloween, not the day after Halloween.
If we go the day after Halloween, nobody's going to care.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, well, don't worry about them, we care, but we want everybody to care.
We'll keep you guys company on Halloween. I mean, there was many times in my past I didn't have anyone to go hang out with on Halloween night, even though it's my favorite holiday. So we're going to be here on Halloween night keeping you guys company.
Oh, hey, even after the Chew Chat goes off, it gets dark then, and then you can go get candy.
That is very true. And you know what, speaking of spooky stuff, we totally forgot to talk about the werewolf event.
Oh, how could I forget?
How did that go?
Thank you everybody who came to St. Genevieve for the werewolf event this past weekend. It was quite a blast. It was good weather and good turnout, and nobody got hurt, which was nice, including me. And we hope to see you guys next year for it as well.
We had about 150-ish people come to the event, adults and kids. It's sort of a fundraiser charity event actually for the Center for French Colonial Life. We don't benefit from it at all. All the proceeds go to the Center for French Colonial Life, and their mission is to keep and uphold the oldest house, the oldest known house in St. Genevieve. It's from the 1790s. Now, some people say they have an older house, and honestly, they probably do. But this is the oldest confirmed house in St. Genevieve. It's from the 1790s.
And it's not a private house. It's
public.
It's public for
tourists.
That's right.
So. Yep, it's a museum. You can go there and tour it. And then they also have the Lemaire House, which was built in 1820. So it takes a lot of money to uphold these houses and the museums. So all these events that we do at the museum, all that money goes to the museum, back to it 100%. Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to head off here. So you guys have a good rest of the week, and we love you. Thank you for everything that you guys do for us. We really appreciate it, and we hope to see you next Tuesday on Halloween.
Yep, we will see you guys on Tuesday on Halloween, the best holiday of the year. So see you then. Take care. We love you guys.
Bye-bye.